Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs podcast. We're your hosts, Dan and Andy. It's season 4, episode number 49.
49, yes.
This is a sports edition, Andy. We're going to talk a little sports here on this Monday night. Today is October 16th, 2023. We're almost wrapping up here. The final episodes of season 4 will be on season 4, 5 around Thanksgiving.
Yes.
But anyway, we've got sports. We've got Vikings, football, Gophers, Twins, Major League Baseball, playoffs, lots happening.
Whole bunch of stuff.
But we've got a trivia question.
Yes, Connie said you could try doing trivia again as long as you don't forget to give the answer.
We have to remember to give the answer at the end of the shows, but let's start it off and hopefully we'll not forget. But the question is, it's baseball related, and it's a very good question, I think, because it's, well, somewhat relevant. There's only one player in Major League Baseball history that has hit over 600 home runs. This person's in the 600 home run club, but has never, ever won an MVP.
Ooh.
We're not going to give any hints for American League, National League, stuff like that. But 600 club, what 600 club member has never been an MVP for a single season, but really good home run hitter? We'll get the answer at the end of the episode. It's a good one. It's a good question. I think it's fair. I think a lot of folks will like the answer. They may or may not be surprised.
Yes.
With the question and the answer, but 600 is a lot. 500 is a lot of home runs. 600
is even more.
It's actually even more. All right.
Public school education is correct. It's even more.
So there's our logo, and Andy, go ahead with the sports and
here's what I've got
to cover.
We're gonna start with this stuff. I had to do some work this week, and got some playoff postseason picks from some friends of the show.
Yes,
our celebrity picks, if you will.
Okay.
I thought I'd do this right away so they don't have to make their friends watch a whole episode just get to their name. So here we go. Here's some of our friends of the shows who like to say. That's a blank picture right there. Town Ball Tuesday.
Here we go.
For the finals, he's got the Phillies and the Astros. He's got the Astros winning the whole thing.
Okay.
Town Ball Tuesday. Very good follow on the Twitter. And also, he is still, for his charities, always looking for gently used baseball equipment. You can reach out to him on Twitter for more information on that.
Okay.
But he's at the Phillies beating the D-backs, Astros over Texas, and Astros winning. Now, we got these picks Saturday night before any of the games started. So, what you can see on our social media, our picks here in the office were released later because I gave them to Kevin. Then Kevin called in sick on Sunday, and I didn't get them until today. So
that's what interns do.
Yep. They just can't handle their alcohol. Jeremy the Rock Quass. You can find him there's his YouTube page, Swags and Bowlin'. He's got some good stuff on there. Jeremy the Rock Quass. Also on Twitter. Red Devil super fan. You see him all over the place.
Yes.
He's got the Phillies and the Rangers winning, and he's got the Phillies winning it all.
Okay.
So that's his pick.
Interesting.
Sponsor of the show, Golden May Rose Boutique. You can find her at goldenmayrose.com. Gals accessories, clothes, fingernail things, clothes. Guys, get stuff for your lady there. Go there. Have her go there. Spoil her a little bit. They got the Phillies and the Rangers winning it all.
Interesting.
So here we go. Connie's picks. Connie, our HR gal here, the one who
great photo.
Yeah. She's at the Rangers and the D-backs, and the D-backs winning it all. So
okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It's the person with those picks that wins the college basketball pool all the time too, So
yes.
Dan's picks. Excuse me. Rangers and Phillies, with the Rangers winning it all.
I like it.
Then my picks, I got Rangers and D-backs, Rangers winning it all.
Okay, so there are a handful of Ranger fans to win in the World Series.
Yeah, so we'll see how this all comes up. The winner gets nothing except the fact that they won. Bragging rights. So we'll follow this up in a couple of weeks. End of the month here, we'll see how it's going.
Okay.
Our picks. This is the first time in Major League Baseball postseason history, excluding the shortened season, of course, that all 4 teams in the LCS have 90 or fewer regular season wins.
That's a great stat.
And some other stats I heard today, too. In the regular season, the Houston Astros had a losing record at home. They were 40-42 at home.
The entire season,
Yep.
they ended with a losing
And no
record.
one's made it this far with that record. And also the Rangers had more blown saves than saves.
Oh, my God.
And they still won 98. So that's what it's all about.
Wow.
This long-haired gentleman here for the Phillies, in 2010, West Fargo High School graduate. So that's as close to local as we get right now in the series. So you see this very tall, long-haired gentleman out there. That's West Fargo right there being represented.
He's got some great flow.
He's got good flow. And he doesn't have the scruffy beard, so it makes it look better. There's that other moron for the Phillies. He's got the big, looks like Grizzly Adams. He just looks like a bum.
Yes.
Now, I saw this stat about Twins managers, and it got me thinking.
I saw this, yes.
Okay. TK was 16-8 in the postseason, but below 500 for his career. Because he had some lean years to start with and a few lean years to start with. In 87, they were barely over 500, But Gardy, as we call him, was barely over 500 and 6-20. He got 6 division titles, but only won 6 postseason games. TK had 2 titles, 2 World Series. Paul Molitor somehow got in the postseason for that 1-game playoff there, lost. He was never over 500. He had that first good year that Gardy left him a decent team. Winning percentage-wise, Rocco's got the best record there. He's 3-8 in the postseason with 3 division titles. So,
yeah, I saw this stat. It was very interesting. It made me pause and look at it and let it all digest. It's very interesting.
I'm not taking away what TK did. He got us 2 World Series championships. What, a 478 winning percentage, and they retired his number?
Good point. Now, the other managers are listed below some of the other notable ones.
Yep.
This is just the 4 recent, but
yeah,
that's
Billy
a great
Martin.
stat. It's an interesting one. It tells a lot of information right there.
Yep. Iowa women's basketball was expecting 50,000 fans for an outdoor exhibition game over the weekend because they played at the football field there.
Kinnick.
There's a picture how it was setting up. The fans there. That's kind of a cool shot. Another cool shot, them setting up. 55-646 they drew for women's basketball of your hometown team who was in the national championship last year. Now remember, Nebraska volleyball got 92,000. Volleyball's on a smaller court. How Iowa did, look at the pictures from the game. Yeah, you're at the far end zone. What a cool event. Why did you not go? Why did you not go, Iowa? I'm disappointed.
Now, just to be clear, because Andy, I was one of these guys that thought that when Nebraska won or broke the record, Iowa tried to outdo it. I was just always assuming that this was volleyball.
Nope, it's basketball.
There might be other people out there like me. He did not put it together, but this is a different sport altogether. Okay.
And this was an exhibition, so.
Very interesting.
Now, which leads me to the soapbox.
Okay. Got my pencil ready. Give me something to write on.
I'm going to apologize right now.
Uh-oh.
The language. This really kind of struck a nerve.
It's going to be NC-17, maybe.
No. Oh, no. Pastor's still listening.
That's a buzzer. I'm holding. We're on a 7-second delay, so we're okay.
Yeah. Pastor's still listening, so just if you want to go get something to eat, Pastor, or a snack. I wanted to watch this basketball game the other day. Yes, I know the almighty NFL was on. The Shield was on. Oh, my God. Big Ten Network had the basketball game, and that was it. You want to promote women's sports. They're outside 55,000 people, and you stick it on the Big Ten Network. CBS, who already had the one football game, they didn't have an afternoon game. They very well could have picked this up. NBC, well, they had NASCAR. ABC could have picked it up. They could have shown it. NASCAR could have been on the USA Network, and NBC could have shown this. Nope. Let's throw the team that was runner-up in the national championship on an outdoor exhibition game for 55,000 people, and we'll stick it on the Big Ten Network because the almighty NFL is on, which is a junk product right now anyway.
Wow, that's interesting.
Women's sports needs to grow, and everybody, all the media, oh yes, ESPN, yes, pound their chest. We show a women's championship game. Oh, we talk women's sports once in a while. Blah, 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 blah. Show a game against the NFL, against the almighty NFL. You know, you may not get the big ratings, but you know what? You get a lot of respect from people that you had the guts to put a basketball game, women's basketball exhibition, up against the NFL. ESPN could have shown it, said they had all their other crap on. Just
yeah, it's a great discussion right there.
All right. Barry Melrose, NHL expert on ESPN. He does the Frozen Four. He does NCAA hockey. Very smart hockey mind. Has had to retire because of Parkinson's disease. I guess it's very advanced, gone quickly. So if you're trying to watch hockey again this year, and it's like, where's Barry Melrose? Or you're watching the college tournaments this year, where's Barry Melrose? There will be no more Barry Melrose, so thoughts and prayers to him and his family through all of this. Jack Perry from AEW. If you recall, he was suspended indefinitely because of his bit with CM Punk. Punk's since been fired. Jack Perry's suspension is quote-unquote over. I mean, he was legitimately suspended. They were upset what he did. But the reason they haven't brought him back yet is they don't have any storyline stuff for him. So I don't know if they're going to change his character altogether when he comes back or what. But so watch for Jack Perry to make another appearance here pretty soon. How he's going to come back, we don't know. And as you look at that picture, yes, that is Luke Perry's son.
Yes.
All right. This is almost a soapbox topic, but my other one was so big I didn't want to shadow it with a second soapbox. There was an issue, as you saw during the Braves-Phillies series, where stuff was said by a player, or so someone thought, and a reporter kind of said he thought he overheard this, and it caused a rift. The fans blew it up. Quotes here from Grossman. It's ridiculous that us players have to watch what we say in our clubhouse. This is in the clubhouse after a game. A reporter thought he heard someone say something, so he up and reported it. I don't think in any sport, well, I don't care what the sport, you should be able to interview winner or loser up to a half hour after the game. Nerves and emotions are too raw. Things are going to get said that can't be unsaid. Let them enjoy their moment or be pissed in their moment and give them a half hour and then talk to them. My opinion. I think that's kind of what he's saying here too.
And should they even be in the clubhouse? Now, this is
right.
We're not talking a press conference room.
Yeah, they're in the locker room and everything else. Yeah.
This is the locker room of the clubhouse. I'm still a guy who believes, why are they even in there?
Right. That should make your sanctuary. You can say what you want, and it's off the record, and do what you want to do. National Women's Soccer League playoffs are underway. 6 teams are in it. The 22nd and 20th are the first 2 games. Quarterfinals, first round bye there for the 1 and 2 seed. So these games are kind of spread out. It's soccer. You don't play a lot of games in a row. They'll have their finals on November 11th at 8 p.m. See if ESPN2 will carry it or something. I don't know. We'll carry it. We'll keep you posted.
Yes.
We'll keep you posted. So, speaking of the ladies, the women's basketball, game 3 went to New York at New York. So the home teams won all 3 games so far. Best of 5. Vegas is up 2-1. They'll be playing game 4 Wednesday night on the ESPN, and then, if need be, game 5 back in Vegas on Friday. Some good basketball there.
Okay.
WNBA All First Team, Lynx, Colliers made it, so local girl does good. And I kind of like how it's spread. 5 positions, 5 different teams. It wasn't like one team had a dominant force and had 3 of the players,
Now, we had 2 of the all-rookie team, right?
Yes, we also have to go to the all-rookie team also, yes.
2 Lynx on the top 5 of the all-rookie team this year for
So there'd be a good team to watch coming up here. So some NASCAR news. I try to follow along. We're in their playoffs here. Kyle Larson wins the first of the next 3 races in the elimination round. Since he's in the bracket, he will advance on. So here's the brackets. Larson wins. William Byron is a +9. MTJ +2. Denny Hamlin 2. Then Bell, Ruddick, Blaney, and Busher are on the bottom 4. But wait. NASCAR says after the race, Ryan Blaney's car failed inspection. So now he's 56 points out.
Okay.
But wait. Later today, maybe his car was okay, and they gave him the points back. So now it was just a couple hours ago that NASCAR reversed their rulings that his car was bad. Guess it wasn't as bad as they thought. I don't know. So they're there. The first standings you saw right afterwards are still true. It's just I think Blaney better have his I's dotted and T's crossed. They might be watching him. I don't know. Here's some good news. Giants have formally interviewed assistant coach Alyssa Nakinen for their manager role.
I saw this.
According to sources, she's believed to be the first woman to become an official candidate for NLB's club's top uniformed job. A uniformed job, you say? What is that? There's lots of gals in the front office. They don't wear uniforms in the front office. They wear suits or ties or T-shirts and jeans or something. But so uniform means you're down in the clubhouse, in the dirt, in the thick of things.
In the trenches.
That's the word. So good luck to her on it. See how that goes. If not, maybe she'll be the first base or third base coach and someone else gets promoted. But a step in the right direction. I don't care what you look like. If you're smart enough for the job, you get the job.
Interesting.
Now, we've all seen the Calvin image like this. Him urinating on a team or a logo or a whatever. Well, this weekend, the Tulane-Memphis State game, I think someone took it a little too far. Tulane defensive back DJ Douglas is proof that when you got to go, you got to go. He just went over there in the corner of the stadium and had to go potty.
I have not seen this. No.
Yes. He's not in timeout with his nose in the corner.
Wow.
He's over there peeing. There, I said it. Now, why he couldn't go in the little blue injury tent with a bucket like most people, don't know. He made it that far, though.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Just when you think you've seen it all.
Green wave.
That Wednesday night, Thursday night college football game, you gotta peek at that every now and then. You don't know what you're gonna miss. Speaking of college football, Bemidji State, the Beavs win this weekend over Wayne State in Nebraska, 33-23. And the Bison lost to North Dakota.
Wow.
And they lost bad. They went in there, they beat them up, they took their lunch money, they took their girlfriends, they took their clothes. They made them walk home.
That is a shocker.
Yeah. And not the good kind either. Nice. So it's, yeah.
Boy, you give up 50 points. Your defense, it's interesting.
Yeah. Now here's the big schools. Nothing against BSU or NDSU, but Bowl Championship Series, we will Georgia #1, Michigan, Ohio State, top 3. And if you look at a couple years down the road or next year with realignment, you got Michigan, Ohio State, Washington, Penn State, Oregon as Big Ten teams in there. So, And here's one thing you don't see in there. Also at 6-0 is Air Force, and they're not ranked. Again, just saying.
Now, North Carolina, Mac Brown?
Yep.
They're number 10, undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they proved their case over the Gophers early in the season.
Yeah. Here's the D2 rankings. South Dakota State 1, Montana State. The Bison are dropped all the way down to 15. I do not know the last time I've said that.
Yes.
So they might not even make the playoffs this year, Dan. I've never seen a playoff without the Bison in it that I recall. So the times are dark, Dan. These are dark days.
Yeah, things really went south there. And now keep in mind, being still ranked 15th is awfully good in the nation. But
when only 12 teams make the playoffs or 16.
Having the dynasty that they did, it's interesting.
Here's the Division 3s. Bemidji State, they got 4 regions. They're in Super Region 4. There's Bemidji State 4th there. I think they're still top 10 in all of Division 3, but for their Super Region, they're 4th. There's those Colorado School of Mines at 2. You got those dang Colorado School of Mines. Not mines, mines. Then I looked at Division 3, Super Region 4. There's the Johnnies at 1 and Bethel at 4. So local teams do well. And yes, coming up, end of the month, we are going to have our NSIC show coming up. Be patient. We're waiting for basketball to really get going well. Football playoffs, that's probably when we'll be starting the show. You are fair warned. Don't forget about you NSIC fans. Just working on some more technical stuff over this end of it. Getting stuff more than just football talk about, so we get a little longer show than 5 minutes. There we go. That is all I got, sir.
Well, that is some good information. So other than that, we've got Gopher football.
Yes.
Going to, back to Iowa. Kinnick Stadium is where they play next, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Or
was the Michigan State game is their next home game, though?
The next home game, yeah. So it's going to be interesting now. When the Gophers play a series of these West teams now, we all said at the beginning of the preview of the conference that you've got to win all of them. You got to maybe lose one. This is our first test, first big test. We've got Wisconsin, Iowa.
And that's the end of the West, too. So those 14
Illinois, I mean, you still have to win these games, but can the Gophers be at that next level where they can go to Iowa and beat them? Beat Wisconsin, 3 years in a row. Who knows? But it'll be interesting. Now the Vikings, in a fairly boring game, beat the Bears at Soldier Field.
Yeah, not for insomnia. If you can get that game on tape and have trouble falling asleep, watch that one.
Yeah, it's an interesting NFL year for all the teams. Like you said earlier, it's a bad product. I mean, I didn't watch any games myself on Sunday. So interesting enough. Now there's Monday night football games, there's Thursday night, but you're right. They own a day of the week. They own Sunday. They took it away from the church, like the movie said, they own a day of the week. So it'd be tough to have Iowa Caitlin Clark basketball. They're only on the Big Ten Network, but I don't know. So then we've got Major League Baseball. We've covered the picks.
Yes. Texas is up 2-0 in the series as of the time we went to broadcast. The National League game was just getting started, so I have no score on that one right now. But Texas looked good. They looked good in these 2 games. They were in Houston. I said Houston that was below 500 at home this year. So, and if you look at the playoffs, they split with the Twins and then won the next 2 on the road. So they were 3-1 going into this, like they were, but 2 wins on the road, which they had a great record there. So we shall see.
You never know. There was some interesting Twitter banter this last week. Even on our own page, there were a lot of folks talking about Twins, who's staying, who's leaving, who should the Twins go after, who should the big brass go after and keep and pay them big money. Go after Sonny Gray, Michael A. Taylor. What should we do with Buxton? What do you do? And so lots of armchair quarterbacks, which is good. It's good to have discussions like this, but there are a lot of folks that are very serious on certain things, and it's interesting to just watch it play out. There's so many things going on now. The Twins themselves, as far as starting pitcher, do have a couple of top prospects that are going to be in AAA next year, which means they're going to be probably coming up into the majors. And so you've got a lot of things going on, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. Kepler, a lot of folks are talking, do we sign Kepler? Not resign, but just to get him is a $10 million. And so do you do that? Polanco, another $11 million. Contract's done. Do you have the right to get him back? You got to write the check first and then start talking.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff out there. It's very interesting out there this time of the year. A lot of armchair quarterbacks, but it's all good stuff. So let's get to the trivia. Oh, wait. I did forget on my notes. Varsity football, state of Minnesota.
Yes.
High school varsity football. The Friday games are done. We've got MEA here coming up this Wednesday, which means end of the season for football. Be interesting with these wild weather here, I think, the next couple of weeks coming up. But it's going to be Wednesday. Regular season ends. And then the next week is sections announced. I think they play Tuesday and Saturday. And we'll start covering some of the brackets there and some of the top teams in football. But that's varsity. Our trivia answer. Let's give the question, Andy, again.
I'm thinking of that now.
Yeah, what do you think? There's only one member of the 600 Major League Home Run Club, the 600 Club in Major League Baseball's history, to hit more than 600 career home runs and not ever have won an MVP, a league MVP award ever. Do you know who that could be?
I thought I knew one name, but I don't think I ever had 600. Eddie Murray never had 600, I don't think.
600 career? I
think he was mid fives.
Okay.
So oh, wait. Yeah, okay. I remember now. He played both American and National League.
Ooh, okay. Who do you got?
The nicest guy for a left-handed hitter, Jim Thome.
The nicest guy around. That's the answer. It's Jim Thome, former Twin, Phillies.
Cleveland.
I mean, he's never won an MVP ever, which is not really surprising, but to have a cumulative 600 home runs in your career and never once be that guy, quite amazing. Right. It was back in 2003 that his highest finish in the MVP voting, and that was like fourth or third place. Fourth place. He finished fourth in the voting for the MVP that year in 2003. That was 20 years ago.
Right.
Never won it, never was a runner-up. And so he was third that year, but only guy, that's a good trivia question, only guy in the 600 Major League Baseball club for home runs not to ever have won an MVP award. Interesting.
And a lot of those worked anyway as a DH, so it would be hard to get the MVP as a DH. So,
boy, a lot of home runs. That's all I've got. Anything more on your end?
No. Like I said, doing the college special show coming up here end of the month. We're not going to really do a high school football special, but next Monday I think probably be high school football and Major League Baseball. That's probably about it next week. So fair warning.
The NLCS and the ALCS will be in high gear. We'll be reporting also live on the Southern Baseball Amateur tournaments that kicked off here this week. A lot of folks from Minnesota go down south and play in tournaments in Arizona for senior amateur men's baseball. The same down in Fort Myers, Florida. So those tournaments kicked off this week and will continue on for the next 3 weeks. We'll be posting some of those reports. So a lot of teams from Minnesota going down. We'll be covering some of those. Watch our Twitter account also. We'll cover some of those things. But that's all I've got.
This Thursday on our Songs episode, you will see pictures and reviews from when I went to go see Thunderstruck at Medina last weekend. So
yes, I certainly want to go next time. It didn't work out, but Andy went and had a blast at the Medina to see the AC/DC tribute band Thunderstruck.
Yes.
And they are is that the best one in the nation?
They claim to be, and as far as I know right now, they are. So, and this reporter's opinion, yes.
All right, that sounds good. Have a good week, everyone.
See ya.
See ya.